In Sacramento, deputies using a drone to find a suspect and take the weapon right out of his hand. That drone helping to track him down, hiding in a garage, allegedly with that weapon, the drone equipped with a magnet, able to pull the knife from his hand before his arrest. Before we go tonight, Clive Davis, he knew talent when he heard it. And what he told ABC News the moment he first heard a young Whitney Houston.
The time that I first saw her, when I hear that name, Whitney Houston, I saw her singing in her mother's act in a club called Sweetwater's right here in Manhattan. And she came out to sing. It was such a stunning impact. To hear this young girl breathe such fire, such life into this song, I mean, it really sent the proverbial tingles up my spine.
He always believed in Whitney and so many performers. Now to Iran, President Trump and his deal with Iran tonight. U.S. officials now revealing what Iran is set to get when they open the Strait of Hormuz. And tonight, some Republicans in Washington already angry. One saying Ronald Reagan would be rolling over in his grave, calling this the worst foreign policy blunder in decades. Rachel Scott traveling with the president.
Tonight, U.S. officials presenting the peace deal, lifting the American blockade of Iranian ports, rewarding Iran for reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and laying the groundwork for 60 days of future talks about their nuclear program. President Trump acknowledges Iran's decision to close the strait was putting too much pressure on the American economy.
I didn't want to see economic catastrophe. If you kept this going, that could have happened. But all I know is every time we talked about the possibility of peace, the stock market shot up like a rocket ship.
The agreement lifts sanctions on Iran, letting them resume oil sales. And it says Iran and Oman will administer the strait, something that was not the case before the war and could open the door for Iran to eventually collect fees from tankers and cargo ships. The U.S. also committing to release billions of dollars in frozen Iranian assets.
We have taken their money. It's not our money. It's their money. And we froze it. At a certain point in time, I guess we're going to have to give it back.
Iran reaffirms that it shall not procure or develop nuclear weapons. Reaffirms because it made that same pledge in the first line of the Obama nuclear deal. But unlike that deal, Iran's agreement with President Trump includes no other nuclear commitments, just a pledge to keep talking, including about how Iran could dispose of its highly enriched uranium. And there's something else. On day one of the war, the president vowed to obliterate Iran's ballistic missile program. Today, a reversal.
They have to have some because other people have some. You got to have some. Missiles aren't the problem. Missiles are, they hurt a little location, but they don't blow up the planet.
And David, one more thing. As part of these talks, the U.S. would help create a $300 billion fund to help Iran rebuild. The administration says this would not be taxpayer money. But tonight, some Republicans are outraged. Senator Bill Cassidy saying Reagan is rolling over in his grave, calling this the worst foreign policy blunder in decades, David.
Rachel Scott, who's been traveling with the president live from Geneva again tonight. Rachel, thank you.